This is the testing document for Mikail Esmel's Little Man Computer project. For objective point 1, it asks for the solution will offer the user a GUI that will model volume and CPU fetch, decode, execute cycles. This is what you get when you load up. It is a Little Man Computer that models this. The instructions and data are not held separately, so it is modeled after volume and architecture. Objective 2. It will contain, the GUI will provide the user with display that describes the CPU and primary memory, which is showing the primary memory has 100 locations and is generated when the application is generated. The registers that I've included are the accumulator, program counter, current instruction register, and memory address register. Those 4 are shown in the registers box for 2 part A, which means it's partially completed. I still haven't done the ALU, the arithmetic logic unit, CU, and MDR. 2B part I is not completed because it is I have not managed to fit the buses in. 2C part I is shown in the memory box where all the auto-generated memory locations are, the 100 of them. 2 part D is shown below the steps box. There is the input and output box where the output box is shown which will output, which I will demonstrate later on, and the input box which I will also demonstrate later on. Objective 3 is the assembly language input box, which allows the which provides an input location where the user is able to submit text for the assembly language program that is to be executed. I'm going to tie this into objective 6, which is 6 part A. Provide a simple pre-built executable assembly program that illustrates the process. This is what happens if you click the example box and input a basic assembly language program is displayed. It's basic, it just adds 2 numbers together and is very simple. This is how it run. It goes through, it asks for an input, then asks for another input for the second one. It stores the value in location 1. So I'm going to put 6 for the first one and 7 for the second one, and it gives you the output. So here you have stored is 6, the answer is 13 as you would want. Here you have, that's the add function. Here you can see the machine code is 100, which is for add. You have input 901, you have your first input 901, output is 902. Here this will tie in with objective point 4, which allows you to retrace the registers and the RAM. So when you click on each line of the step box, it shows you which registers and which memory locations have been affected. The buses are not there because the buses aren't, I've decided not to use buses. And here this is outlining at the bottom, if you can see it, just after below that Little Man Computer, there's it describes what's going on to allow the student who is learning easier access. So you have input, so it will input the user. I inputted 6, so it's recorded 6 and loads it into the accumulator, and so it goes from 0 to 6. That is the change that has occurred. For store, takes the value store from the 6 from the accumulator and stores it with a memory address 01, which is done there. So that goes from 300 to 01, 006, my bad, sorry. So that is objective point 4. Objective point 5 is not included because I did not limit it to 8 bits. It's very simple to understand, and I think I've done all I can do to help the student understand that. And the pre-built exercise is there, so that is objective point 6 done. 7 is gameplay, which is not included. 8 is a menu which is not needed as the gameplay is not included. That is it. So to show you, so that's what happens when everything's working well and all the instructions are there and everything's good. So say if you want to do error flagging, so if I change the memory location to 111, that is not a valid memory location, so it will not be able to execute. So if you click assemble, it will ask for the input because it's going step by step, so ask the input, and then it comes up with an error box, which I'm not sure is being able to see in the screen record. So I will take a screenshot. Oh no, I'll take a picture of it on my phone and upload it to the testing document to show that their error box does show up. Here, capture. Okay, so it will be there in the. So therefore, see, it only goes up to a certain point and can't go after that. So you have to click edit and change it. What else is that? That is the testing. So the bullet points, the objectives I did manage to complete were 1, 2, part C, partially part 2, partially part A, part C, part D, and part E. All of part 3 was done, although the error flagging is not done in the input location, it is done in the steps box. Part 4 is completely done except for the buses, so part 4, part A, objective 4, part A, part B, part C. Not objective 5. Objective 6 is there except for 6A part I, as it is not. It is documented, but it's partially done because it is documented when you want to see which clicks. It doesn't just show you write it out. It allows you to click and see where you've done. Part 7, part 8, objective part 7, objective 7, objective 8, and objective 9 have been failed. Thank you.